Hey guys, in this video, we will learn how to launch an instance in AWS. Before that, let's take a brief understanding of what is an instance. An instance is nothing but a virtual server that is running the application. You can see here this cuboid is a physical server, and by the help of AWS, we can access this server with the help of EC2 service. So EC2 service, EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. So before going to the practical part, let's understand what is the use of EC2 instances. We can use EC2 instances for launching an application server, a web server to host a website, and database server to create a database and manage a large amount of data, and a game server, mail server, media server, file server, proxy server, almost any kind of server we can launch through AWS instance. So let's get to the practical part. So here I am in my AWS console. Obviously, you need a free tier account, your own AWS account. It will charge you 2 rupees, and that piece will be refundable. It's just to check the authenticity. So to launch an instance, we need EC2 service. In the search bar, type EC2, and you can see here it is, and just click on it. It's loading. Okay. So on the left ribbon, you can see in the instance section, there are instances. So click on it. We need to launch instance. So here on the top right side, we can see there's a button that's saying launch instances. So tap on it. So now let's name our instance. For example, I'll name it first instance. First instance. So let's, in the application and OS image, we need to select the operating system that on which our server will operate. Here I'll select the Amazon Linux, but you can select different operating system like Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, etc. I'm selecting the Linux, Amazon Linux, and here in instance type, by default it's giving me T2 micro, which is fine. It's including the free tier, so it will charge you no fees. So we can pursue with that. And in T2 micro, T stands for tidy. So this instance, we're just launching a basic instance. We don't need to host a website or something. We're just learning how to launch an instance. So we can proceed with this by default T2 micro. So if you have higher requirements, so you can just click on it and just go through the different types of instances. But actually I don't require, so I'm not going through it. So key pair. So the use of key pair is for encryption and decryption. Key pair provides 2 keys for encrypting the data and decrypting the data for the security purpose. So again, we are launching just a normal instance. So I'll proceed without a key pair, but you can create your own key pair here. Let's go in the network setting. Just do not change anything because it's by default selecting the VPC, and there is no subnet. If you want to create your own VPC, that's a whole different process. If you want to create your whole interpersonal network, so just let it be. So now we'll create a security group, and security group is required for the security purpose of your for your connection and instances, and it basically controls the traffic on your web server. Like you can just you can access the different protocols like HTTPS, HTTP. We're just proceeding with default settings. So now on the left side, on the right bottom side, you can see there's a button saying launch instance. So I'll launch my instance. So here you can see my instance is creating. security groups, launching instance, and there, our instance is successfully created. So let's check upon it. So here we can see these are my past instances. I created these instances in past. So this is our instance, and see, it's running. So we have successfully created our instance. Now let's connect it. I'll just using a browser method, but we can launch our instance and connect it with the servers by different methods such as putty, or you can use your own command panel to connect it with it. I'll just use the browser connection. I'm connecting with the server, establishing the connection. And here it is. Our Linux server, our Linux instance is launched. Thank you, and I hope you learned something. So, bye bye. See you later.